Before USM, my life was wanting to get more into music teaching full time, but not feeling like I was ready or prepared or set up, or not even sure if I really could in terms of like myself. I was doing lots of gigs pretty frequently with my band, which was really fun. I was doing lots around Pariscat, a few Lido, lots of places around Melbourne, which was good, but I wasn't really feeling like super fulfilled from it. I've got to say, in our first conversation, I like left the interview, I guess, with my head spinning, and I remember sitting in the car for like 15 minutes going, what did we just talk about? And it's nothing I'd ever heard before, and I wasn't sure. I was really on that point of being like, is this a good thing? Have I heard about this? And it took me like a couple of days to really sink in everything it talked about. So we talked about like what it means to be a mentor and to go further from teaching and like being accountable, and all those sorts of things, which I was really all new to me as a muso, and I think it definitely made my head spin like the first time. So some of the things I was finding a bit difficult about being a teacher at the time was just how emotionally draining it was. You're on the whole time. You're the one talking, I guess, in a sense, at them the whole time, and it can just be quite draining after a full week. You just haven't got anything left. Whereas mentoring's a little bit more give and take, and a lot of actually just sitting and listening to what the person has to say, which has been A, rewarding, but B, giving me a lot more energy. I would say some of the benefits for the client for being mentored as opposed to teaching is that they have someone who's genuinely investing in them outside of just financially. They're investing in them, in their future. They're listening to them from all of their issues and their struggles, and really seeing them as a whole human rather than just someone who can sing a scale. So they're really, it's really beneficial, I think, especially for something like singing or music, which you do make yourself very vulnerable. And so having someone who can be with you along that journey and listen to your insecurities and help you through those is so beneficial. Since completing the mentoring training, I didn't even realize that there would be 20 or 30 skills that you would be assessed on and really taught how to show, which is not taught really in any kind of traditional education, but is crucial to being a quality mentor. So there was one skill in particular that I didn't even realize that I wasn't particularly good at, and that was listening, and specifically active listening. I always thought I was okay at listening, but after undergoing this training, I realized that I had a long way to go, and it's one of those skills that's really important for making a client feel heard. I think it's one of the most crucial skills as a mentor, I've found anyway. I think it's so important for a client to feel heard and to give them the space to say what needs to be said that they didn't even realize before. If you're constantly interrupting someone or jumping in, it doesn't give them the chance to really think about what they've got to say and unearth what really might be going on with them in their life. So listening's super important, I think, in terms of how it would work with a client, by just taking those extra few seconds to stop and really listen to what they have to say. You can get to the root of the cause. You can build the trust, show that you genuinely care about what they have to say, not just about what you think they should think. You can really get to the core of what's going on in their life. By listening, you can really build the trust with your client, and that way you can get back on track and heal whatever issues they've got going on to then help them reach that goal. So I've seen a lot of benefits since becoming a mentor. One of the issues I had when I first started teaching was how drained I was, how many hours I was having to work in order to make whatever I needed to make. And since having gone through the mentoring, I feel like my quality of teaching with my students or mentoring with my students has improved. And by being a mentor as well, your rates go up because the value that you're offering your clients has improved as well. So you get to the goal a lot faster, which means that you can work less hours and make the same amount, which is a fantastic goal. So since becoming a mentor, my relationship with my clients who were existing from when I was a teacher have deepened so much, have improved. Their quality of singing has improved, but also their sense of self as an artist and where they're going and where they're heading. We've got much clearer goals now, and it's really empowered me as a mentor, as a guide for people. Definitely empower is the word I would use. I feel so much more confident in my abilities. Obviously, I've still got a lot to learn. We always do have stuff to learn, but I feel like it's been beneficial for everyone involved. One thing that's great being around a team of mentors is that you have the support system built in. You have someone to discuss ideas with, to support you, to empower you and each other as well. It can be really isolating being a music teacher or a mentor if you're just in a room by yourself, and it's just so exciting to have people who are like-minded and want you to improve and are working on themselves so that we reach our goals as a team. To anyone who is considering becoming a mentor, I could not recommend it highly enough. I understand that it's a bit of a bizarre, strange, new concept, and I had reservations when I first started as well, and I have no regrets. It's genuinely, honestly, the best thing I've done in my life. I feel like every relationship I have in my life has deepened, and I'm being a much more authentic person. So if you are considering it, I would highly recommend coming to USM. Steve and Michelle are just beyond supportive, and they want you to succeed. So please do yourself a favour and check it out.